to register with? Grand Park, Bay Creek, and Tierra Sea, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So I can talk about those.
We are already on live. Yes, I'm sorry. We are on live. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Thank you to be here, Mila.
Hello. Good morning, everybody.
So we are very good. I'm very happy that you are here. We are just on live for this presentation because there is a lot of people that they don't know what is the EB-5 project exactly. And so today it will be in English. So for every people that they don't speak English, they can take an appointment. I put on the comment just here the calendar, the electronic calendar. You can take an appointment with us with my pleasure. We can do an explication only, everything in French in a 101. So I just leave you to introduce you, Mila. Thank you for coming at this presentation.
Yeah. Well, first of all, Fabrice, thank you so much for your invitation to be here. I am very honored to participate in this video. My name is Mila. I am the Vice President for Latin America from EB-5AN. That's one of the largest regional centers for EB-5 at the moment. I have been working in EB-5 for about 7 years, and right now with EB-5AN, this is my 4th year. It's a pleasure to work with this program. It's a direct path to the residency, and it is being really, really an honor to be here after 2022 and see how this program is growing, is working, and investors are getting their green cards, and everything is really stronger than ever. So it's been a pleasure.
Yes, because I saw we can discuss from this after I saw on the different project that is already started, and so this is very good for the people that they are interested by this project, because always this is the doubt that they have. So thank you for this explication. So let's go to the heart of the discussion and what is exactly what we can do. So you can go.
Sure. I believe that before we talk about EB-5, it's very important to have a general vision of all the different type of visas in the U.S. EB-5 is not the only way. It's the fastest way, maybe the most objective way, right? You have the funds, you invest, and you have a clear source of funds, you're good, right? But there are other ways, and sometimes the investors before EB-5 go through a non-immigrant visa or an immigrant visa. Right here, what you see on your screen is the most common visas you use it today. For example, when you get in the United States, you always have to have in mind one very important thing that can get you in trouble later. That's your intention. What is my intention to get into the United States? Is to study, is to visit, is to work, is to go back home, is to stay here. What is my intention getting into the United States? So that's a very important question that the immigration official asks everyone when you enter in the US, and usually goes attached to a type of visa. B1, B2, that everybody knows is the tourist visa. The most common one as well is the F1 visa, that is student visa. And right now, like also the H1B is when you have a sponsor for a company. The L1, when you transfer your company here and management team here. The O1 is the extraordinary abilities. It's very similar to EB1. The O1 is like starting that very extraordinary ability career. And EB1 is when you have that established. You have more interviews, more books, more present. So it's a list of requirements that you have to cover. And also, especially for France, is the E2, the E1 and the E2 visas, the investor visa, that I'm going to mention here really quick because it is on your left column, not on your right column. Why? Because it's not an immigrant visa. It's a temporary visa that's attached to the business you open in the US. So you can only work on that business that you open. And if anything goes wrong with that business, you really have to go back to your country. So it's attached to a business and it doesn't take you to the green card, not directly. So
exactly.
That's people has some confusion, right, Fabrice?
Yes, correct. No, because I have just a comment in the chat, and I will just translate quickly that there are French people that are here, that some people that they don't speak English like this, we can get the information. Donc, si vous voulez les informations à ce sujet, c'est-à-dire que Mila est en train d'expliquer qu'en effet, avant de commencer et de savoir si vous voulez faire un visa EB-5, il faut savoir exactement la raison pour laquelle vous voulez venir aux États-Unis. Par rapport à ça, l'orientation peut être donc sur un B1 ou un B2 ou un F1 ou un HB1 ou un L1 ou un O1, etc. Ça vous paraît un petit peu peut-être du chinois tout ça, mais on va justement vous expliquer tout ça en détail. Le B1 et le B2, comme l'expliquait directement Mila, concernant sur le tourisme et les business visas, le F1 pour l'étudiant et le E2 essentiellement qui est très connu ici en Europe, où justement vous avez la possibilité de pouvoir venir travailler par le biais d'un achat d'une entreprise en direct. Et si vous voulez plus d'informations par rapport à ça, n'hésitez pas, mettez un rendez-vous avec moi et je vous expliquerai directement la totalité des visas, lequel est le mieux adéquat pour vous. Thank you, Mila.
No, thank you. I'm so sorry I don't speak French. Spanish,
No,
Portuguese,
it's
not
okay.
French.
It's okay. I will continue and try to explain quickly again.
Awesome. So that's why it's important to understand the non-immigrant visas, because then it comes the immigrant visas. Sometimes the non-immigrant visas are a little bridge, right? You are here in F1, I want to stay, I do a EB1 and EB2, or I go and do the EB5 that we talk about the concurrent filing later. That's very important. The immigrant visa, probably most of you guys already heard about the EB1, the extraordinary ability, but on asteroids. It's O1, but with a lot of interviews, with a lot of premiums, you have to have a presence, you have to make a difference in your area. The EB2 is the most common one, but some countries now are getting in a backlog, taking a little bit longer to get the green card. And the EB3 here is not really relevant. It's very hard to get. But the EB5 is the visa that we're going to talk about it today. Okay?
Exactly. Exactly, yes. Oui, donc comme elle est en train de vous l'expliquer, Mila, le B1, c'est un visa où vous avez une habilité assez importante, donc vous avez la possibilité, mais il y a beaucoup de rendez-vous, c'est très pesant, c'est très compliqué, il y a beaucoup de choses à faire, beaucoup de documentation à donner, mais également beaucoup de preuves, et il faut vraiment avoir une capacité. Le B2 également, si vous êtes dans un degré avancé au niveau des études, beaucoup plus que tout ce qui a des idées exceptionnelles ou des inventions exceptionnelles qui fonctionnent également. Donc là, ce sont également des visas qui sont un peu plus durs à avoir. Le B3 également. Et bien sûr, le plus simple qui est à avoir, c'est le B5, ce que disait Mila. Thank you. You can go ahead.
Thank you. So just to close this part, is just when Fabrice and I will work with you to determine which is your best path. You're going to do the non-immigrant, immigrant visa, or directly to EB5, which you can perfectly do it. It's most of the people. But if you're here in the US on an F1 visa, on an E2 visa that you're already about to expire, and you are clear that this is what you want, right? Who is the EB5 visa for? That's answering your question. The EB5 visa is designed for that investor that wants to stay in the United States. They want to reside in the United States. That's very important. It's a very important question here because it's an immigrant visa. Telling the government, I want to live here.
Sure. And the question that is come back always, that at the moment, for example, if there is someone that he applied for visa E2 and he is already here in the United States, that he can apply still here in the United States for the EB5?
That's the most amazing thing that happened. It's what we call concurring filing or adjustment of status, the immediate adjustment of status. So your E2 is about to expire in a year. You don't want to keep going with your business. Like, you know what? Here's my life. My kids are here. They're about to turn 21. I don't want them to lose the benefits. So we make one investment for the whole family and we adjust from the E2 the EB5, and you don't need to go back home. You can get the adjustment of status, the permit to work, permit to travel while waiting for your green card. So that we can explain that in a little bit more details when you talk to everybody in individually. But this is one of the most amazing things that happened in EB5 since 2022 is the ability to adjust your status immediately. Okay?
Exactement. Donc, ce que Mila explique, c'est qu'à partir du moment, même si vous venez avec un visa E2 ou un autre visa quelconque, vous avez la possibilité de pouvoir appliquer avec le visa EB5. Et l'EB5, le gros avantage, c'est que vous n'avez pas besoin de retourner dans votre pays. Vous résidez complètement aux États-Unis, vous êtes complètement libre. Et nous allons voir d'ailleurs même toutes les options. On peut vous donner également tous les détails concernant justement la possibilité de pouvoir faire aux États-Unis avec le visa EB5. Prenez simplement rendez-vous avec nous. Vous avez le lien du calendrier un petit peu plus haut. Okay.
Moving forward. Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Okay.
Hey, let me make a disclosure here, guys. I am not an attorney. I'm not an immigration attorney. I work with EB5 investment. So I'm giving you the basics for you to understand what EB5 is. It's a federal program. I didn't invent it. Fabrice didn't invent it. Okay, it exists in the law. So the
Exactly.
requirements are very specific. Okay, I didn't put $800,000 in investment. No, it's the government that defined that $800,000 is investment for projects that are in designated areas, has high unemployment, rural projects, and infrastructure projects. Okay, outside of these categories is 1,050,000. 99% of the regional center projects, they are on these areas, high unemployment, rural infrastructure, to be on the $800,000. Okay, with this is the number one requirement. Do I have this money? Okay, and the number two that's very connected to the three is, are these sources clean? Now, it's not only I have the money, but can I trace it? Where does it coming from? Can I document it? This is what the government wants. United States have a very, very restrict law about money laundering. So you have to prove that your money is clean. That is the most important part of the first phase of EB-5. Okay, that's the form 526E. After that, when you get this form approved and you get your conditional green card, it comes the requirement number 2, that you need to prove that this investment generated at least 10 jobs, okay, full-time 10 jobs, American jobs, for at least 2 years, okay? This is where the EB-5 Regional Center program comes really handy, because there is the direct program that you can open your own company and you have to open your own business and generate 10 jobs, 40 hours a day. But it's really hard in the US because everything is contractor work. The regional center, we have a EB-5 economist that we do a study of the impact of your investment where the project is built. So your jobs are going to be proven by the budget. The EB-5 budget is spent on the project. That's going to count the direct, indirect, and induced jobs. So that's very important. So that's why when you talk to EB-5 regional centers, they will say you will have an estimate of 20 to 24 jobs per investor. 30 to 35 jobs per investors, because it's an estimated done by an EB-5 economist, and it reflects on the business plan. This is the most important thing. Okay, so 2 years later, the regional center sends the official letter confirming that your money was in the project, that the jobs were created, and then you get your permanent green card, 3 more years, and you can apply for the naturalization passport, the American passport.
Donc, ce que Mila explique, en fait, c'est tout simplement, c'est très, très important de passer par un centre régional. Très important. Pourquoi? Parce qu'il va s'occuper, comme vous voyez ici sur ce slide, vous avez plusieurs programmes qui sont à 800 000 ou 1,050 000. La majeure partie des produits avec EB-5 AN sont des produits qui sont à 800 000 $, qui sont des produits ruraux et qui assurent le nombre de jobs qui doivent être créés afin que vous puissiez obtenir votre green card. Cette green card est conditionnelle à 2 ans et après une vérification au centre régional après les 2 ans, justement par l'USCIS, directement contrôle si les emplois ont bien été faits, bien été constitués. De ce fait, vous avez la levée au niveau de la conditionnelle après la 2e année et vous avez votre green card définitive. Do you want that I pass to the other slide? Or is good?
Yes, please.
Okay, sure.
We're being very general here, guys, just for you to have a general understanding. We can go deeper when you have a conversation with everyone, okay?
Yeah.
I think here is where, when we talk about the different type of visas, immigrant and non-immigrant, is where you can clearly see the benefits of the EB-5 visa. The adjustment of status, we already talked about that, okay? The permanent residency is your primary goal, that you want to live in the United States. You're going to have all the benefits as a citizen. The only thing that is different here, you don't vote until you become a citizen, but all the other benefits are available to you. The most important of them all, that most of investors are looking for, are the benefits for their children. The university, the tuition, you're enrolling as a citizen. You have the same benefits, the same line, the same discounts, the same, how do you say? I forgot. But, like all the scholarships, I'm so sorry. All the scholarships, like any citizenships, because if you're not a U.S. citizen, it's very hard for you to get the scholarships. So a lot of families do that, thinking about their kids that wanted to come and study here in the United States. That's very, very good. Also, another very important detail here is the flexibility to live and work whatever you want. With the EB-5, you're making your EB-5 investment. Your project can be in Colorado, can be in California, can be in New York. and you can live in Miami, no problem. The regional center is in charge of managing your funds, giving you all the reports every 3 months, make sure that your money is being spent, the project is being built, your jobs are being created, okay? And in that same time, you are building your own life in your own place that you want to live in, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, wherever, and you have the ability to work whatever you want. And then those are the most specific benefits everybody's looking for.
Exactly, oui. Donc, en fait, c'est vrai, ça, c'est très, très important. C'est-à-dire que le projet d'EB5 peut se situer à n'importe quel endroit. Peu importe, ce n'est pas important pour vous. Le gros avantage que vous avez, c'est que vous pouvez vivre à l'endroit où vous voulez. C'est pas du tout spécifique comme un autre visa. Le visa EB5, c'est complètement l'accès à la green card. Donc, vous avez une certaine liberté.
Yep. And of course, is the direct path for the naturalization as well. 5 years with the green card, you can get your American passport.
Évidemment. Avec 5 ans, bien sûr, avec la green card, vous pouvez avoir le passeport américain.
Okay, so I'm going to talk briefly about us. You can go one more.
Okay.
So EB5AN is a regional center. We authorize designated by the USCIS. So we have our license. You can check us out in the USCIS website. If you put our numbers in there, you can see the EB5AN have license in every state of the country to have EB5 funds. Okay, so we have been operating since 2013. We have over. This slide is a little outdated. I think, yeah, and it is in Spanish. I'm sorry. We have over 2,700 families under us working with us since 2013. Since today, we have 100% of approval in all our projects, and our projects are in good standing. Okay. Since 2022, we have over 700 I-526E approved. We have been the leaders on very good rural projects with priority processing that we're going to talk a little bit later on. And if you can go to the next one, please.
Yes. Yes, okay. I saw that there is a you have.
I sent you another, the second one. Yeah, but it's okay. We can use this one. We can talk about the before. One more answer. Yeah, if you want to translate the first part.
Yes, donc, comme je vous le disais, donc elle vous explique, Mila, vous êtes en train de vous expliquer que vous avez le gros avantage. Il y a 2700 familles qui ont déjà été approuvées ici sur le EB-5. On a une nouvelle actualisation, mais l'actualisation que nous avons ici, 100% des centres régionaux sont approuvés par l'USCIS. Donc oui, pour répondre à votre question, Cédric, à partir du moment où vous faites un investissement sur un EB-5, vous avez automatiquement, c'est justement pour obtenir la green card. Cette green card, comme je vous le disais juste un petit peu avant, comme Mila l'avait expliqué un petit peu avant, vous l'avez sur une conditionnelle de 2 ans, le temps de prouver tout ça au niveau de l'USCIS. Après les 2 ans, le contrôle est fait par le centre régional. Donc, le centre régional met tout en place pour pouvoir le faire. Il est déjà approuvé par rapport à ça. Et donc, le résultat, c'est qu'à partir de 5 ans, oui, de plus, vous pouvez avoir le passeport.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to talk briefly why we're very strong in the market. We sponsor projects that are already under construction, only real estate projects. We don't do infrastructure. Real estate projects are very easy to understand the exit strategy. How am I going to get my money back? It's about the sales of the project, the financing of the project, it's a pledge on the mortgages of the project. And also, when we sponsor these projects, we are not the developers, we are not the construction company, we are the regional center. So we are always fighting to give our investors the first option in the exit strategy as well. Okay. Why is this important? When you choose a project, you have to also think about what happens to my money if anything goes wrong. So we have very clear collaterals in every single one of our offerings. We're never gonna sponsor a project that's not even under construction yet. Your jobs are gonna be created during construction. This is very important for us. And usually also our funds don't depend on operation. They started and finished in the construction period.
Yeah, so this one is very important because the people are always, this is the duped, and they don't say, because they was thinking at the beginning that they buy an apartment, they buy a house, but they don't buy. Non, donc vous n'achetez pas un appartement. Ce qu'est en train d'expliquer Mila, c'est que on n'attend pas après ces investissements de B5 pour pouvoir faire le projet. Les projets qui sont en nouveau développement sont déjà en construction. Il y a même certains qui sont pratiquement finis. Mais la société est une société de développement. C'est un centre régional qui gère justement ce système au niveau de cette approbation afin de pouvoir aller directement. L'explication aussi que vous pouvez avoir, c'est comment je vais faire pour avoir mon argent de retour après les 3 ans, 4 ans ou 5 ans. Cette explication, justement, elle n'est pas faite sur un prêt, elle n'est pas faite sur le développement, ni sur la vente des appartements, elle est sur le fait de finir le projet. Avec ou sans votre investissement, le projet va se finir quoi qu'il en soit. That is good
And
with
then
this line?
yes, yes. I just want to add on what you just said that I think is very important. That's a misconception about a lot of investors. Wow, I bought a condo in Miami for $1 million. Why can I not? Why I can't get my green card? Remember the
Exactly.
requirement of the job generation, and also it's another thing that's very important. Your money has to be at risk. Otherwise, you're going to be buying your green card. So by law, your money needs to be invested in a risk. It's not that, oh, I invested and at the end I get an apartment. No. Okay, your money is invested, generates the job, and your money comes back to you. Your money gets back to you. Okay?
Exactly, but it is what I explain to my client always. The risk, this is exactly the same risk when you buy an apartment in new construction, because it can happen. It can happen. There is a risk because the developer can then told you that he will finish in 2, 3 years, maybe he will never. Because you never know what's happened. Donc, c'est très, très important ce que vient de dire Mila. Elle dit que c'est-à-dire que si vous achetez un appartement d'1 million de dollars à Miami ou whatever, ça ne va pas vous donner la green card parce que vous achetez un appartement. Par contre, si vous achetez dans un centre de développement comme celui-ci pour 1 million de dollars, ça va vous donner la green card. Nous allons vous expliquer comment. Parce qu'en fait, ce n'est pas un appartement que vous achetez, c'est un centre directement, c'est un développement d'appartements ou de maisons ou d'un complexe. C'est ça que justement on veut vous expliquer. Et quand vous achetez un appartement, vous n'aurez jamais le retour de votre argent après 3 ans, après 5 ans ou autre, quand votre process est fini. Tandis que là, au bout des 5 ans, vous avez le retour de votre argent. La seule chose, c'est ce que j'expliquais ici tout de suite à Mila, c'est que si vous achetez un appartement d'1 million en nouvelle construction, le développeur vous dit qu'il va le finir dans 1 an, dans 2 ans, dans 3 ans. Vous avez la possibilité que le développeur ne le finisse jamais. C'est possible également. Donc, vous avez un risque. Oui, vous avez un risque. Est-ce que le B5 est un investissement à risque également? Oui, c'est également un investissement à risque, puisque le procédé est exactement le même. Mais c'est pour cela, justement, qu'il vous donne ce bénéfice. Thank you.
I think I agree.
That is great.
But thank you. That you always have to have that in mind. What is the requirement of the program? Am I complying with the program? Because if you don't, you can lose your green card. It doesn't matter how much money you have in the project. Okay, it's very important. Okay,
exactly.
So here, I think that's a very important slide. Let's talk a little bit about the rural projects.
Okay.
If you are looking for EB-5 in a long time, in the last year, you probably heard about the priority processing, rural projects are getting approved faster. Well, that is true. Okay. Any project that is located in a rural area, that doesn't have to be where the cows and nothing is there. Okay. It just have to be in an area with less than 20,000 people in it. Okay. Is considered a rural area. For the US right now is a priority to generate jobs, to realize an economical impact on those areas. Okay. So with that, on EB-5, if you do choose a rural project, your process is faster. Instead of taking 24 to 30 months to get approved on your first phase, like you would in a high unemployment project, your process will be approved in 6 to 9 months. Okay. And it's not just an idea. It has happened. I've seen my clients getting their green cards. Like, for example, one of my clients recently, she applied in March. She got the 526 approved in August, and she had her green card in hands in October. You know, so that has been happening a lot with my clients. It's amazing. And it happens. And this client was from Mexico, not for like India or China. It's for Mexico, Brazil, Europe, Germans, we have a lot, French, a lot, Spanish, a lot. So they're following the same. Okay, you apply, you invest in a rural project, is faster. Okay, that's very important. Now it comes
Okay.
where like what are the rural projects where they are. Okay, when you think about which project you wanna invest, if you are already in the U.S., some investors choose the high unemployment area, the $800,000 ones, because you get repaid faster, but your green card takes a little longer to be in your hands. Now, if you want your green card in hands faster, okay, your money is going to stay in the project a little bit longer. Let me give you an example. For example, we have Terracea, that is a urban project that we have in Palmetto, Florida. Is in construction. Has all the jobs are created. Is 956F approved. It's already approved by the government. Okay, but it repays you in 3 to 4 years. But you're not gonna get your green card in 24 to 30 months. Okay, it's an urban project, $800,000. And then we have the rural projects that, for example, we have Bay Creek in Virginia. Okay, also approved. Okay, already under construction, and this project you can get your green card in 6 to 9 months. Okay, but your money is going to stay a year longer in the project. That's a give and take on this decision which path you want to take. Okay, we have
Okay.
a very
So this is this. Yes, this is this typical project that we have. So this one
Mhm,
that there are two, for
mhm,
example, because there are some people that they're asking me, so which project we can
mhm,
invest, and we
mhm.
just saw here and this program that you're just talking about, and you can quickly explain this one, Mila, please.
Which one?
This one, the Terra.
Terraceo. Okay, sure.
Yeah, Terra,
Terraceo
say yeah.
is a condo building. Okay, so what is building by Coulter. Coulter is one of our strongest developers. We have been working with them since day one. We have over 30 funds, 100% success with them. We have projects
Yeah.
that are already repaid, so they're very strong private developer named Coulter. And now this project is very similar to a already closed project called Boynton Beach. In Boynton Beach is a condominium for rentals. What is the goal here? Your money is going to get in, and it's going to be for the building of the property, building of the condos, building of the apartments. The moment that the construction is done, all the investors are repaid. So that's calculated in 3 to 3.5 years. Okay, so it's a shorter term. It's not going to depend on operation. It's not going to depend on sales. It's only on the construction, which is really good. Okay, this
Voilà.
is very
Donc
popular
ce,
for people that want to
oui.
do the adjustment here. Mhm.
Donc, ce projet Terracé 1 est en train d'expliquer Mila, c'est un projet qui est assez sur une courte durée. Donc, ce projet est sur 3 ans, donc avec vraiment une structure qui est construite qui est déjà commencée, où pratiquement le développeur est vraiment un développeur très solide qui a même mis une partie justement des fonds. Donc, il n'y a pas la possibilité, il n'y a pas la nécessité d'attendre les investisseurs. Par contre, les investisseurs vont récupérer directement leur argent très très rapidement sur ce système et nous avons des acceptations assez rapides. Donc ça, c'est un problème également rural où nous avons donc 800 000, à partir de 800 000. This is a rural program, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so
This is a what?
donc
Sorry.
rural program,
No, that's not rural. That's urban. That's why you get repaid faster. 3 years.
Ok,
Okay.
d'accord. Ok,
Okay.
donc celui-ci, c'est un programme directement que vous pouvez aller être payé très rapidement, avec bien sûr l'acceptation du I-526. Pour répondre à vos questions, non. Vous avez l'acceptation au niveau de la carte verte environ vous avez déjà une
Mhm.
acceptation du I-526. Ensuite, après,
Mhm.
vous avez la carte verte sur 6 à 8 mois.
Yeah. So this is really for investors that want their money back faster and don't mind waiting for the green card because they're already here. So
Yeah.
the rural ones that are very important to do the diligence on in the moment is Bay Creek, that's located in Virginia, is a rural project, priority processing, already 956F approved as well, and the EB-5 money will go for the building of new houses. Is an already established community. That's one thing you need to know, like about rural projects. You want to like go as safe as you can. Okay, being a rural area in this project in Bay Creek, that's Terracea, but in Bay Creek, we have already the community ongoing. The golf course is already operational. More than 600 members in it. So we have the cash flow coming in to the project, to the development, and the EB-5 fund is going to go to build new houses, new condos, new apartments. It's going to be about 600 to 700 units in the development. It's already operational, already has a life, already has a marketing, a sales team, and it's growing, and he's been around for a long time. He has a name. So you want to choose a project that's safe. And this
Voilà,
in this case, Bay Creek, and also the EB5 is a loan. So you sit in a senior position, which the EB5 investor will be paid first before anybody else, which is really good as well.
d'accord. Donc, ce que Mila explique, c'est que sur ce projet, par exemple, le projet est déjà en marche. En fait, les investissements qui sont nécessaires qui sont nécessaires entre guillemets, pour faire au niveau des EB5 sont un développement supplémentaire de construction d'appartements. Mais le complexe en entier est déjà en service. C'est pour ça que vous aurez directement le retour de votre argent assez rapidement sur le B5.
Okay. So just so you to have an idea, EB5 is a long process. These projects, they come and go. So when you're ready to talk to about EB5, we can present you our portfolio today, and we can take a deep dive in the projects you like the most. Okay, but it takes a while. It takes a few months for you to get the documents together, the funds together, and then the diligence on the projects is very important. But that you already have to be working on your source of funds. Okay.
Yeah. OK, parfait. Donc, ce que disait justement Mila, c'est qu'à partir du moment où vous êtes prêt, si vous désirez avoir toutes les informations nécessaires concernant l'EB5, l'EB5, c'est un programme, je répète, qui vous donne la carte verte. C'est un investissement passif qui vous donne l'accès à la carte verte. N'hésitez pas, prenez un rendez-vous avec nous. Vous pouvez nous appeler par téléphone, même directement. Vous pouvez m'appeler directement, pour pouvoir avoir toutes les informations. Et avec plaisir, nous vous donnerons même une présentation en fonction du projet que vous désirez investir.
Yeah. And I think here, the most important thing, if you are interested in learning a little bit more about EB5, reach out to Fabrice, schedule a call with us, no cost. There's no cost about explaining what it is, taking a little deep dive on our project, and actually también also introducing you to an attorney that can guide you to the immigration side. Okay, that's very important. Remember, these projects are already approved by the government. So the only part that you might get a denial is if your source of funds cannot be cleared. And that part is done by an attorney, an immigration attorney. I always work with an immigration attorney that has done EB5 in the past, and that will secure you, right, a good process.
Exactement. Donc, ce que Mila explique, en fait, c'est que n'hésitez pas à nous consulter directement pour avoir un rendez-vous. Aucun problème, c'est complètement gratuit. Tout le process est dirigé par un avocat. À partir du moment où vous commencez le process au niveau de votre B5, nous nous mettons directement avec un avocat d'immigration qui va gérer la traçabilité des fonds et qui va gérer le process avec le I-526, avec le renouvellement des 2 ans, etc. Donc, tout est sécurisé dans les mains d'un avocat d'immigration par rapport à ça au niveau du process de l'EB5. Donc, le premier pas à avoir, c'est savoir, vous, comment vous désirez le faire. N'hésitez pas, si vous ne savez pas par où, quel biais commencer, nous sommes ici pour vous aider. Le premier rendez-vous est complètement gratuit. Nous faisons toute l'explication complètement gratuite. Et même avec l'avocate, nous arrivons à avoir le premier rendez-vous pour vous donner toutes les informations nécessaires gratuitement. I think we say everything.
I think so. I didn't want to take too long.
I think you said everything.
A lot of information, but I think we did.
It is, yes, it is a lot of information. Oui, donc ce qu'on explique avec Mila, c'est que on veut pas vous basculer avec une montagne d'informations où vous êtes complètement débordé. Non, vous avez les informations nécessaires et principales. N'hésitez pas à nous consulter pour pouvoir justement avancer et de savoir exactement quel type de visa qui pourrait vous convenir et quel type de projet et développement pourrait vous convenir. Thank you so much, Mila, for the presentation. So let's go in for the client. If they need the presentation, a one-on-one presentation, if you can reach you, it's very good. It's amazing. That project we already started is an amazing project. I saw on the website, everything is good. So don't hesitate, guys. Contact us. N'hésitez pas, contactez-nous. Nous sommes ici pour vous aider. Thank you so much, Mila, and see you in the next time.
I'll see you next time. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.